Welcome back to a new episode of Alien Professor. Today, we're heading to one of the most mysterious places on Earth, the Nazca Desert in Peru. A place where enormous shapes, animals, and geometric figures stretch across the landscape, only visible properly from the sky. For centuries, people have wondered who made them, why, and how did ancient people create designs hundreds of meters wide?
So basically a giant ancient doodle pad, or a really confused alien trying to leave a parking map for their spaceship.
We're going to explore the myths, the science, and the real explanations behind these massive geoglyphs.
And I will provide emotional chaos and deeply suspicious commentary. Mostly suspicious. Professor, explain this to me. Humans in 500 BC, no planes, no drones, yet they draw animals the size of football stadiums. That's not art. That's we are expecting guests from orbit.
The Nazca Lines are geoglyphs, large designs created by removing the top layer of dark desert stones, revealing the lighter soil beneath. They were made by the Nazca culture between roughly 500 BC and 500 AD. Archaeologists have documented over 900 straight lines, 300 geometric shapes, and about 70 animal and plant figures.
70 giant pictures? That's not art. That's marketing. Ancient Peruvian billboards.
They're remarkably well preserved because the Nazca Desert is one of the driest and most stable climates on Earth. Barely any rain, no wind. So the lines stayed intact for 1,500 years.
So you're telling me they just scraped the ground and voila, universal alien messaging system.
No alien messaging, just very precise human engineering.
Okay, but explain the real mystery. How do humans draw a perfect 300-meter hummingbird without being 300 meters tall? Did they borrow a ladder from Jupiter?
Archaeologists have reconstructed the Nazca method. They use simple surveying tools, wooden stakes, ropes, and grid patterns on the ground. By scaling a small drawing into a large one, using ratios, they could create enormous figures with remarkable accuracy.
So, giant cosmic coloring book, but with math?
Exactly. And we know this because archaeologists have found stakes still in the ground matching the construction method.
You mean the Nazca people left their tools lying around for 1,500 years? Unbelievable. Humans really haven't changed. The lines point to stars, constellations, runways. Professor, be honest. Did ancient humans build an airport for aliens? Because if so, they should have cleaned the runway better.
There were early theories claiming the lines aligned with astronomical events, but modern statistical analysis shows that most lines do not match star positions or solstices. The strongest evidence today is cultural. The lines were part of ritual pathways related to water, fertility, and agriculture.
So, not a star map, more like a giant please send rain wish list.
The Nazca civilization depended heavily on groundwater. Many lines point toward water sources, not constellations, and pottery found at the lines shows symbols connected to ritual ceremonies. It appears the lines were walked, possibly as part of processions.
Humans walking giant shapes in the desert to summon water. That is the most human thing I've ever heard. Why giant spiders? Monkeys? Hummingbirds? Was this some kind of ancient Pokemon Go?
The animals reflect symbols important in Nazca religion. For example, the hummingbird was associated with fertility and the return of rains. The spider symbolized water and weaving. The monkey was linked to Amazonian cultures and long-distance exchange.
Ah, yes. The universal symbols for please let it rain, we are dehydrated.
Their meanings come from pottery and textiles of the period. We have enough context from Nazca archaeology to interpret many of these designs culturally.
Time for the fun part. Some of these strips look exactly like landing runways. Long, straight, perfectly leveled. Tell me that's not suspicious.
It's not suspicious. The straight lines were made with the same rope and stake method as the figures, and their runway appearance is coincidental. They're not smooth enough, not level enough, and contain rocks that would destroy any landing gear, alien or otherwise.
I don't need landing gear. I land with style.
The important part is, many lines intersect or overlap. A runway wouldn't cross another runway. Also, they lead nowhere. No platforms, no structures, no signs of activity.
So you're saying alien pilots would fail their driving test there?
Correct.
Fine. Not aliens. But, Professor, there must be some mysteries left. Give me something to be dramatic about.
Well, yes. We don't know the full meaning of every figure. Some designs are unique, and the sheer scale of the project raises questions about Nazca society, organization, labor, symbolism, and one major mystery remains. Why the shift from simple lines to massive biomorphic figures?
A midlife crisis? Happens to species sometimes.
More likely cultural evolution. But yes, unexplained transitions remain. Science knows a lot, but not everything.
So the Nazca people still kept a few secrets. I approve.
In summary, the Nazca Lines were created by the Nazca culture between 500 BC and 500 AD. They used simple surveying tools and math, not aerial technology. Most lines relate to water, rituals, and cultural symbols. The shapes are large, but entirely human-made. And despite everything we've learned, some mysteries remain.
No alien message boards, no interstellar airport, just humans doing giant desert art like absolute legends.
If you enjoyed this exploration of one of Earth's greatest archaeological puzzles, consider subscribing. We dive into a new mystery every Sunday.
Yes! Subscribe. Press the button. Poke the algorithm. Give the video a like so the desert spirits are pleased. Or so the professor stops worrying about analytics.
I do not worry about analytics.
He absolutely worries about analytics.
Regardless, thank you for watching.
And remember, if you ever draw something huge in the desert, clean up your stakes. Archaeologists are watching.